Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Web ROI Tip of the Week. I'm Jason Gervais, the CEO of Web ROI, and I have with me our social media specialist in-house, Caleb Saw. Welcome, Caleb.
Thank you, Jason. Hey guys, my name is Caleb. As you said, I am the social media specialist here at Web ROI. My job is really working with all of our clients and our social media clients to get them really good results across all their social media strategies.
Awesome. We're glad to have you today, Caleb. So today we're going to talk about social media in general. Why is it important? Why should your business have it? You may be in an industry that you're thinking, I don't need social media. My people don't hang out there. I'm not going to get any results from it. And we're going to explain to you why we think it's necessary for all businesses to be using social media at some degree. And that's what Caleb's going to share with us today. So Caleb, social media really has, it takes a large part in your marketing efforts, and it needs to be integrated with the other things you're doing. But can you maybe share with us why you think social media is so important for business?
Yeah, definitely. So exactly like you said, there are a lot of industries that think, hey, you know what? I'm maybe more on the B2B side. I'm a little bit more hands-on. I don't think I really need to be on social media. Well, unfortunately, that's not true anymore. In today's age, everyone is on social medias. I mean, businesses, individuals, seniors, adults, kids, everybody is there. And it's really important to meet your audience where they are. Now, social media extends just beyond kind of what we think of social media. We've got your LinkedIn, you've got your Facebook, you've got your Instagram. But there's some smaller ones that people don't really realize are actually part of their social media efforts. Your Google My Business has an update section now where that's part of your expression on social media. Your YouTube page is a really important channel where you can put out really good content. That's part of your social media as well. Then you think about smaller ones like, maybe Snapchat or Pinterest, and it might not be right for your business, those specific niche ones, but being on social media and having that presence is so important to make sure that your clients and your potential customers know that you're out there and what you offer.
So how do you go about, Caleb, defining which social media are the right ones for your business where you're going to get in front of the right audience?
That's another excellent question. So it's kind of tough. As I mentioned earlier, B2B tends to be one of the real sticking points. When you're in a B2C area, it's easy to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to start posting stuff on Instagram and Facebook. People are going to come, they're going to see it, and that's great. When you're in a business-to-business industry, LinkedIn tends to be the most effective way of getting information out there and having people notice you, because you can connect as businesses, you can connect as business owners, as CEOs, managers, even employees between businesses can connect. That tends to be where more people in the B2B industries tend to look in terms of social media. But Instagram and Facebook have been blowing up, especially as more people have been locked down. They've been on their phones, been on social media a little bit more, especially in that industry, because they're noticing, hey, you know what? I might be a business right now, but the CEO of that business who I really want to work with is on Instagram. If I can get them to start seeing my content, they know my brand, they know my name, they're going to want to work with us. And that's where that return really comes in.
And Caleb, once you've defined the social media channels that make sense for your business, the hard part is, of course, creating some kind of or sharing some kind of content that your target audience is going to find appealing and have it resonate with them, and that's going to inspire them to want to engage with your company more, or at least establish you as a credible thought leader or a resource for information pertaining to a specific topic. How do you recommend that business owners should go about deciding and determining what content they should be creating and sharing through their social channels?
Right, so there's tons of different types of content, but we always say the very first thing you do, exactly like you said there, Jason, is determine who your target audience is. That's going to help you figure out what channels you want to be on, what kind of content they want to see, and when to actually show them that content. So at Web ROI, we have some resources on finding your ideal target buyer persona, so you can always check that out on our website, but that's always step number one. Then looking at content, we've got pictures, you've got videos, you've got GIFs, you've got infographics. These are all different types of content that can be displayed across your social media channels and integrated right into that strategy. For different audiences, they react differently. Some people love to watch videos. They can really hone in on a video and enjoy the video and take a lot of information from it. Some people just don't have the time, so they want to see a quick picture or an infographic that gives them all the information that they need. But understanding the different types of content is so important to making sure that you're successful. Because let's say you do have somebody who only has a 15-minute lunch break and they want to scroll through Instagram. and take in as much information as they can without having to sit and watch a 10-minute video. Well, then you need to make sure that you've got a picture on there that has all the information that they need, your contact info, and anything that they could possibly need to either reach out to you or to go ahead and begin working with you. After that, you also want to make sure that you're using the right content at the right time. So you don't want to be posting stuff at 2 a.m. because really nobody's going to be seeing it likely. If you're posting stuff at 9 a.m., there's a good chance that very few business owners are going to be surfing social media at that point in time. Finding when your audience is actually on social media, using their social media channels, that's when you need to be posting, that's when you need to be using the right types of content. The use of hashtags is really important because a way for people to actually be able to find your content, meaning that if somebody were to search a hashtag, the same way that they would search any other type of tag, they would be able to actually find tags and other hashtags, obviously, that you've created. Now, we always recommend using one for your own business. So for example, we have hashtag WebROI, and every time we post something on social media, we use that hashtag, meaning that it's really easy for us to actually search hashtag WebROI from anywhere and be able to find hashtags that have been used. You can also use other hashtag tools that you can find on the internet. Some of them are free, and they can help you find hashtags that have high search volume and also hashtags that have been blacklisted. And what that means is sometimes hashtags can be used to spread misinformation or are used for less than ideal purposes. And social media networks will actually blacklist them, meaning that if you use that hashtag in a post, your post won't be seen at all. You definitely don't want that.
A lot of companies, especially starting out with social media, they just realize, oh, social media is a big thing, so I should be part of that. So they create their channels, and then they, with good intention, either hire somebody or put someone in charge of it on their staff. And they don't really have a strategy behind it. So they just take a tactical approach. It's like, let's put some stuff on our social media. Let's just dump content on there. But when you step back and you look at the actual results you're getting from that in terms of new followers and engagement and questions being asked and that sort of thing, they're not getting the results. So I feel that it's more important to have purposeful content put on rather than just having content put on that is very generic and not with an intent. Maybe you could elaborate on that idea of making sure that your content is purposeful.
Sure. So especially when you're starting out, having content is always better than having no content. That being said, if you're not going to have content that's not pertinent to your industry, not pertinent to your business, or even interesting to your audience, it's not going to matter. So you really want to make sure that, yes, you're posting consistently, but you're posting good quality content, and that content is actually, worthy of being engaged with. Meaning, if you have some content out there, that's definitely better than no content. I completely understand when you're starting off, it's really hard to know exactly what your audience wants. You kind of have to run some tests, and B, finding out the best time and the best types of content to use. But some content is better than no content. That being said, it is not a good long-term strategy at all to just be posting willy-nilly and posting what you want when you want. You really need to set yourself up with a good strategy, figure out what type of content works best, looks best, and is engaged with best, and putting those out at the right times to make sure that long-term strategy for social media really pays off. And truthfully, in the last few years, social media has become quite a beast. It's been growing very rapidly. And social media strategies really have become a long-term game. It's no longer a one and done. Unless you can provide some viral content, it takes some time to actually grow a following and start to see your return on your investment.
Well, listen, I really appreciate you taking the time this week, Caleb, to share your insight on the importance of social media for all kinds of business. I hope that our audience found this valuable. I would encourage you to follow our YouTube page and our own social media so that you can get more valuable tips like this. Next week, we're going to be talking about strategy and specifically how to create a content calendar so that you can set yourself up for a profitable approach to your social media. So please tune in then. And thank you very much once again for your time today, Caleb.
My pleasure.